What up, gamers? Hey guys, ZA'MBIE here. What up, Michael, Peyton, Gene Paul, Fantastic Loki, Takedown Notice. What up, Ian? Mike's really quiet. Is it? Might just be far away. All right. Today, what are we doing? Well, I'm gonna be starting something. Oh, hold on. We got ZA'MBIE doing survival maps. Start off the stream. You don't mind? Is there anywhere I can find Die-Res Round Chains music? No, there's not. What's the code minimap? What's with the code minimap? What are you talking about? Well, if you guys are familiar with Kunjora here, he did this little update, this little upcoming maps video a couple weeks ago. Definitely go check that out. Some awesome, awesome maps in there. But the first one you talked about was TranZit, and let me actually go grab what I sent him. And I gave him basically, I kind of like gave him some exclusive information about our TranZit that I'm now going to be working on. Basically talking about the pregame menu for TranZit, because in Die-Rise, it just kind of looked like BO3, and that's kind of lame. So for TranZit, it's going to look like this. In VS Code on the scroll bar, you got on the mini map on. What are you talking about? This thing? Are you talking about that? Of Nick B. Yeah, in game. So this is what it's gonna look like in game when you load up TranZit. Yeah. It's gonna say, probably instead of custom games, I mean, I don't know, it might say custom games. I think it'll, how you gonna pull that up? I just am. It might say TranZit, but it also says TranZit on here, so I don't know. It might still say custom games. It'll have all the players in the lobby listed. Some of the same settings. And then it'll have this map button here. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up this menu where you will be able to choose in TranZit your survival map. So I've said a lot. No, don't need a mod. Zombies Chronicles 2? Nah, because it's only TranZit. What up, Ace of Dragons? But yeah, you'll be able to select either the old 3 maps. You got survival mode on all of these 4 maps. Plus, we're going to be adding a new area over here and up here. So you're going to be able to play survival mode at the power station and survival mode at the cornfield, which will include NUKE. Eventually, I do want to do grief for town and whatever, but I mean, that's we'll see. I mean, that wouldn't be possible, Loki. That's just outright not possible to have both our maps and his in the same map. It's not possible. The map would not even load. And at that point, like, just download both maps and choose that before you start the game. Like, it's... Unfortunately not. I am very, very, very busy. A lot of projects, so I wouldn't really have the time to do anything. So our TranZit here... Yeah, it'll include so when you load into TranZit, yeah, it will, let me get these pulled up for the old pregame stuff. You'll be able to play all of the survival maps because that's all of those maps are. You're still going to be playing on the full map, but it's just going to put you in those different areas and move like the perk machines to those areas as necessary. This isn't going to be in the main menu. Yeah, like Dairais. Hunter's Cabin. Dude, the Hunter's Cabin is so, like, off and on. It's like such a small little thing that, like, that wouldn't make a good survival. We don't want to, like, overpopulate or, like, just fill the map too much. With, yeah. Alright, so how do I want to do this? So I'm removing the readying up. There's no, like in Dairais, yeah, there's like a ready up button and all players have to ready up. The main reason I'm doing this is because it just sucks. Split screen, it's completely broken. Because BO3 literally just doesn't work with split screen. Like, it just breaks the game, and there's nothing that we can do about that, because that's a Treyarch problem. And this game's now, like, 10 years old. They're not going to come back and fix anything. So there's no point in trying to support it when it's not possible. So, and also, it's just, like, I don't know. It's silly. It just takes up space. I'd rather just start the game. And the reason that I had the ready up there in the first place is so to like let players like select their personal options on the player settings tab before the game started. But that does not exist anymore, or it will not, so we're not going to do that. Okay, I'm going to do... VK Traz for the Black Ops 2 HUD for Verco's TranZit that I made. I'll put it up there. Oh boy. You should make survival maps play as Victus crew instead of CIA and D and CDC. That's probably going to happen, just because there's no updated CDC player models. Do I need my stats loaded? I need the hit markers. I need really all of these. Do I need these loaded? I doubt it. Okay, I'll just load in to make sure that that works. I don't really need that. Pre-game menu closed. Why do I have 2 of these again? I don't know. I'm just going to copy it. I mean, the upgraded slip gun, the purpose of it is to be... It's supposed to be the pre-patched liquefier, and that's exactly what it is. So, like... I mean, I don't know. The first that I'm hearing of like that's that feedback where like it's less engaging. I mean, the thing is though, you still have the option to do like many other strats. What I don't want to do is I don't want to force players to have to use any one single strat to get to high rounds. Like you could use AATs, you could use this gun or that gun. In my mind, like the liquefier is like it's the laziest way to do it, and I would like to think that would make it less like enticing. Like you say, yeah, engaging. That's like the least engaging way, in my opinion. But like you don't have to use it. People just choose to, because they just want to sit in a corner and click left mouse or right or their trigger every so often. So I think I have the pregame settings set up like that. Initial round weight function. Custom HUD reveal, what does that do? VO2 mod? Right now, I mean it's getting updated every time I do something for like TranZit or Die Rise that's also in the mod, I update it. Update game, what does this do? I waited a frame. Okay, that's fair. I don't know why that's not just in main though. Like that's pretty silly. Okay, cool. My map doesn't crash. That's nice. Okay, yeah. Wait till the funny little HUD starts. Okay, we don't want to start the game until we actually like use the pregame menu to start. And then we're gonna remove this callback. I need to uncomment that once that exists. Yeah, no, there's gonna be achievements eventually. I just haven't set them up yet. The intro cinematic I can just ignore. This can end up being moved to main probably. These are all pregame. I'll go ahead and call this on connect callback. There's got to be a better way to handle this because like I'm calling this in the on connect callback, which is really stupid. I have no idea on a release date. No. I already have all the achievements. And we're not doing achievements for the Patreon quests. Because there's like over 50 of them. And that'd be stupid. Yeah, that would just be way too many achievements. I don't need to do that. Make these private. I'm gonna ignore the XCam because with the way that I'm gonna be doing the pregame menu, there probably wouldn't need to be an XCam, and it probably wouldn't work anyway. How's New Year's? You know, usual. Nothing crazy. I don't really need the whole monitor ready up. Monitor update game settings. I only need to check that if we're the host. I could literally just be an entirely different menu. What up, Toastadora Magic? I'll just, yeah, I'll go do this now. Should probably open the diarize scripts. Close those. Yeah, ready up's kind of annoying co-op. What up, Gold Tube? I'll do it like that. You always shoot Gold Tube and Dire Eyes, as you should. Can you tell us what the coolest Patreon reward is? I think this is vague enough to say, but you get to become a wizard. I think that's good enough. Nah. Yeah, Lou, I load this. I mean, there's a Fallout bundle. That's pretty cool. I mean, no, I don't really. It's possible, but this should work, probably. So I've got this loaded. I need to like actually change this because this is gonna cause errors. So that's the old one. It's the new one. Okay, all I have to do is I load that. I don't need that. I don't need sand over there. What do you know about Adlerstat 2? I don't know, man. It's a secret. Can't tell you that. How can I add my name on the TranZombies when you double tap for TranZit? If you're like already a sub, you just have to like message me on either Patreon or in like Discord DMs. And just tell me what name you want it to be. You're a BO3 celebrity. It's a pretty low bar, but I appreciate it. Okay, my game doesn't crash. That's good. That is great. All right. I also need to look at the pause menu, wherever that is. This one, I think it is. I think like this is what I would want to reference. Because like with this pregame menu. Got to do this stuff. That's the pause menu, so the open that makes sense for that sound to be there. Disable blur. I will put that in there. Just so I can remember what it does. And close all of these. Okay, that should work. Probably. Good, appreciate it. Do I really need all this stuff? What all usings do I have here? Okay, I don't hear my game crashing, so that is a great sign. Okay. So looking at whatever this is. I guess I would need like this menu title type deal. I feel like what's this at? Well, yeah, actually, this makes sense because the pregame menu is literally just the BO3 menu. So I should just reference this one. So menu title. Not going to worry about localized strings just yet. I'll just put it like... That should be fine-ish. This will never happen. It should just open the menu, pretty much. And that menu should have literally nothing in it. That's a interesting choice of venue, GoldTube. I might still have the option to choose your character if you're on solo. Like I can pretty easily like set up custom like options for solo. It is part of the pause menu. Goated song. So I don't even know if I need any of this like the tab bar and tab frame stuff. UI frame. Do you create custom maps? I do. I do. Wow, guys, it works. It says custom zombies, just like, oh. I'm a little slow. It says custom games. Very accurate. Looks pretty sick. Yeah, I'm excited for it too. Been chatting with Zella about our plans for it. Oh my gosh, my buttons that I made for this. That's great. Like, it looks like these are like... I wonder if this is like an empty space in like a list. Clinic update soon. Yeah. I was going to try to push out an update for it for the holidays, but me and Zella were both pretty busy, so we didn't really have time to get together and sort out what we needed to update it. But we have plans, so I'm probably going to like actually heavily like dive into it once I'm done with Diarize. Like, start scripting stuff. For now, though, like, before then, we've got a general idea. No, the elevator's not coming yet. That's gonna be after Diarize. For now, we were talking about the guns is the bigger thing that we're gonna update. I need to get the HUD set up. It's the BO3 HUD, but BO2 skull rank. Yes. That is something I need to do. Is put the BO3 skull, or your Black Ops 2 skull rank on the BO3 scoreboard. Yes, I need to do that. But yeah, we're completely changing the guns. We're not using Cold War guns, and I still need to like get together with him one day and talk in VC about like just the guns and finalize what's going in the map and what's not, so that we can then come out and give a full list of all the guns to everybody, because we need to have people who already named clinic guns for his patrons. They need to get to pick a new gun, since obviously we're changing all of the guns. And then a lot of them just weren't named yet. So there'll be a lot of guns that are just free to name for clinic. But for now, that is just we're just ignoring that. But I will say we're trying to shoot for we're gonna match clinic like in a World at War the best we can. Destiny Derby. Like, we're not doing like the DSR 50 or the Moors from Advanced Warfare, because those are just like out of place. They don't make sense. They don't fit in with the rest. But for the most part, the guns are gonna kind of match pretty well. Pretty excited for the plans. Okay. Sounding dank, yeah. I definitely can't wait. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna copy and paste this in. Start menu tabs. Do I need this? Like, literally, do I? I don't think I need this. And then tab frame just forces it to use... It just forces it to use this. It uses this data source, which uses... the button list. Like... why did I do it like this? What up? What up, Master of Salt? Let me see if I can avoid using this. We're working on the pregame menu. Buried is being made by somebody else already. Although he is pretty busy with just life. He's in like college and whatnot, so he's just hasn't really had a ton of time to work on it. So yeah. On my background, and then I have my button list item, which I need to call up here. Yeah. I'll call it button list main, I guess. I hope the CDC, I don't know. It depends if we can get good models for it. Where was this? This was after the background. What, pump out a map? I mean, they still pump out like a ton of maps a year, but they're kind of just not good now. Well, I'll set up my data sources up here. I better have my options. Yes, that actually makes sense. I need to have my options on this menu. So I should put that up here. For now, I'm ignoring that. Do I localize it, right? Yeah. Okay, this probably will work. Probably. Actually, I need to rename this. Call it like pregame. Hold on. Pregame options. Pregame options main. Sure, that's a nice name. Because this is the main list. This is gonna be. I'm probably gonna have these up here and these down here set as two different like data sources. The CDC, the ones from that Zelly used were probably just BO2 models, which look pretty bad. So we don't want to do that. If they were the COD Ghost Hazmat, that's still... Ghost only came out a year after BO2, which is still pretty bad. Dobbit, what up, Stage? Already got the button list item, which is a insane thing to have produced. I'm not going to worry about positioning on stream because that is a very tedious grind of me going in and out of Photoshop and trying to make everything pixel perfect where everything is. Right now, I just want to get it to start the game. Like I want to get these buttons going. I want to get this button going and just get it started. Now, I need to look at what I did for one of the pause menus. Had the text was like grayed out because you couldn't access it, and I need to do that for the map. If you're not the host, then you shouldn't have the option to start the game, or choose the map, but it should still be there and grayed out just for like consistency. TranZit, you should make a Jurassic Park. That is an idea for sure. Let's have a look. Ooh, what a banger. Oh. Add button callback function. Okay. Oh. Because instead of menu, because it should be getting called on self. Sure, I don't do that anywhere else. Yep. All right. I mean, you're never too late. Like I see people every day that are joining the Montool servers on Discord and are wanting to learn how to make maps. Like it's never too late to get into it. How's the process going? It's going pretty good. Working on some fun stuff. That's a good question. It's just the Black Ops 3 Montools Discord. I don't really know how to get in there. Why is it so dark? The basics to learn? I mean, probably just like doing stuff in Radiant, making the actual maps as usual where people start. I have not read that though. Yeah, just learning how to use the old Radiant. Oh. Yeah, I probably need these. What is category frame doing? I'll do this in a preload function. What language? This is, well, this is Lua, because this is what the UI is done with. But the main programming language is GSC, which is a derivative of C and C++. It's the Call of Duty programming language. Is it Christmas? You know, pretty cool. Hope you guys had a nice holiday. Not sure why it's doing all of that. So I guess I'm gonna go and do the whole menu frame thing. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Do I need that? I don't know. I don't need that. Those should probably work. Yeah, it's pretty wild that it's now set in the past. Yeah, Black Ops 2. Just like comment these out for now. We have pregame tabs, which probably won't break. Then we have this tab, pause menu, options list. This probably will work. Maybe. Just of TranZit. Probably somewhere close to diarize. That's a good like baseline, but diarize, I don't know. Will I hear my glorious error sound? Okay. That is a sign for sure. I definitely did something wrong. Oh, I don't have the preload and postload functions. Maybe that actually is important. Yeah, that'd be a good guess. Oh, those are... Why are those not causing errors? That doesn't make any sense. Weird. I'd be surprised if that post load function was what the problem was. But it could be. It was not. What up, Emox? Cooking here, working on this pregame menu, trying to rebuild this screen. Button callback, 2, 3, 4, 5 button callbacks. We are living in the ghost timeline. I gotta be tripping here, cause like, why did my option? Why does my little list just not show up? Oh. Why are you not giving me errors then? Okay, it'll work now. I'm slightly less stupid. I got the mob music. That's the some like modified sound linker from DTZ Porter. It lets you compile. It actually properly compiles sounds that are not 48,000 like hertz. And it also lets you use sounds that are not .wav, like other sound file types. Although I still recommend you doing those. It works. Yeah. I'm working on recreating this menu here. For now, I'm just focused on functionality. Off stream, I'm actually going to work on lining everything up, making sure everything is like one-to-one, like accurate, like where it should be. End game? Nah. Options? Nah. Thanks for the sub, brother. Very nice. All right, now I can go in here because this is my pregame options main. And this is getting used by button list, which I need to override. I need to change it to be whatever I called the one over here. I'll call it button list main because I don't know, why not? I need to remove the support because that's not a thing anymore. For now, I'm gonna remove this. Restart doesn't exist in that. Resume does not exist. I'll put the to-do list up here. Achievement coming soon, chat. Perchance, perchance. For now, I don't really want any of these. So the pause menu, what else do we have in here? It's under the stats tab. If we're the host, I just have description as fucking whatever. Um, um, I mean, I've been doing this for years. It just takes time. Like, it's got to be something that you just enjoy doing and are interested in. Oiled up Rustman is the super Easter egg reward. That is correct. Buffed Misty in the chat. Let's go. Huge. So that should be disabled, and I'm just gonna get rid of that. So that's just like the localized string name. Actually, what's that even called? ZMT6? I could literally just make the text empty and then disable it. Oh, that's genius. I mean, it might work. Disabled. Yes, you got it. What if I like don't have a function, like an action defined? I'll just do that. Like, what does that look like? Are you trying to do spacing? Yeah, well, what I'm probably gonna do is have these two buttons as their own like list, and then the rest of these as a different list. But I could just have but like if the spacing works out where this is just an empty item in the list and it's still spaced evenly, then I can just make it one big list. So for now, it's just gonna be one big list. Yeah. Okay. I forget what my localized string is called, so I need to go find that. Lua is considered the proper way to do it. That's how they do it in like modern games. GSC is pretty clunky and has a lot of limitations. Lua is a lot more optimized and allows you to do a lot better. You can do like animations, and there's a lot of stuff that Lua has that you can't do in GSC menus. It's under English. It's ZM_T6. I'll just call it menu instead of pregame. So for now, Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is get rid of the disabled. I'll make them all do that. Yeah. Cheats mentioned. I am gonna have that as an option. And if you have cheats enabled, then you can't do any Easter eggs or any quests. Maybe. We'll see. I'm reporting you to Treyarch. No. All right. And then I need to go look at the actual pregame menu and see what it does when you hit. So it kind of does. Oh, I forgot the map option. So I need to add something at the bottom of the list for the. So here's the problem, chat. Playing Kino. What's up? Yeah. So my menu, I want it to have the same number of options. I want to match the layout exactly, but I don't want the same options because I don't want to have, like magic, starting round, dogs, whatever, all that stuff. What it should be is get that pulled back up. There's not going to be a difficulty and there's not going to be a starting round option. I just don't like those. Maybe. But for now, there's no plans for any of these first 4 options. Cheats will be an option. It'll just enable an in-game mod menu so you can like fly around and play around on the map, and you'll just have like no Easter eggs and no stats saving or anything like that. So the alternative first four options, your first option is probably going to be something like, probably game mode, and that's going to be like a host only option where they can choose the game mode, whether it's just like normal survival mode. Why is difficulty and starting round the only ones that are showing up? Hold on. I bet I know why. 5, 8. So I'm thinking, yeah, game mode would be the first one. And then I would probably have somewhere I need to have cheats. I think I'm going to match and have cheats at the bottom still. Somewhere I need to have a player options button where it like opens a menu where you can choose your player customization options, like whether or not you want to use the BO2 or the BO3 HUD, if you want like the Patreon weapon names on, and then somewhere I need like the match options as well. Okay, let's scribble this out. So this is all good. So we'll have, instead of difficulty, we're gonna have game mode. Cheats are good. Now, one of these needs to be like player options. So like, look at that, man. That's gonna be so gas when I'm done. And I need to like, I gotta go on plutonium and check something. Only yeah, I don't have that map. Only Zella has that, but I can. He's working on the jug building right now. I mean, I'll see if I can find a decent screenshot of it. Yeah, he's working on this building right now. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to launch plutonium. I don't know if I'll be signed in or not. I am. Okay, that's good. So here's the problem, right? Yes, that is, yeah, what Emox said. So TranZit, oh, there's a leaderboard? Yeah, I'm not doing that. So when you have TranZit, it doesn't look like this, because that's not like a custom game. So if I go to custom games and I click on TranZit, then you have all of these options. But then if I go to custom games and I click on survival, I have way more options. Okay. Okay, So I have a new idea. Because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to think of a way, because as it stands right now, if you're only the host is going to be able to change this. So if you're not the host, you're just going to be sitting in this lobby where all of these options are grayed out and you just can't do anything. Tunnel and cornfield? Tunnel, no. Cornfield, yes. But that could change. Like, we have grief, which has 6 options. And then we have survival, which has 7 options. But also, like, so a lot of these I'm not gonna do. Like, I'm not gonna do difficulty. I'm not gonna do starting round. I'm not doing magic or headshots only or hellhounds. Or target assist. Like, cheats will be here. So I think, like, the way to go is gonna be to just have, like, whatever pregame options I do have as part of these options. No starting. I mean, maybe I could. It's just I don't want to overload the menu, you know. Loadout. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I was trying to think of a way for the player to access their settings. I think I'll have a button down here. Instead of these, there'll be one that says like M for options or something like that. There'll be a certain keybind that you press that, or just a button, I don't know. And that opens your personal options, like a menu of its own. Maybe. Oh, that's hilarious. Good old plutonium friends, man, in the olden days. I mean, Slayan said before that he wouldn't mind adding a lot of the things that we've done with Diarize, so I'm sure he would like it even more if it's all on this style. But I mean, we'll see. I honestly don't know what he's gonna want. Nah, Sean, I don't think Sean. No, because I tried to offer Sean the Black Ops 2 HUD, and he just outright refused. He said he wanted it to be more like a Chronicles map. It could be, yeah. So back to our little drawing here. So this first one. Okay, I'll change my mind here. So a lot of these options for the survival maps are gonna still be the same, because the survival maps don't really have anything in them. I mean, I very well could have people who do side quests in only like on the survival maps, but I haven't. I mean, that's just now a thing that I've kind of announced, so that's not really, nobody's done that yet. That's something I would be open to. So I could have an option to disable the side quests. So the order is kind of, so this would be only for big transit. Oh yeah, but like the target assist is not something I want to turn off. So target assist I would change definitely to Patreon quests. The game modes. So here it would be game modes. So that's going to depend on the map. If you select something like town, town. If you select anything that's not like literally just green run, right? Because obviously, if you select, where's it at? If you select green run here, where's my screenshot? That's TranZit. Like, there's no other. That's just the full TranZit. But if you select like survival, one of the survival maps, then your game modes are either survival or grief or turned. But I mean, those aren't. I'm not too focused on those extra game modes. But for like big TranZit though, I got a lot of feedback, and I'm gonna talk about this more in my next video. Once I have all of this pregame stuff done, I'm gonna make an update video about all of it. And I'll talk about this more. But there's a lot of feedback about people really didn't like my kind of take on the extra areas because I talked about how we're adding like the bowling alley in town as a door you can buy, and you can also go to NUKE and open all of that, or you can go to the church outside of town and go in there. Just like those little areas that really don't, they're just kind of already there, but we're just kind of opening the doors, you know. Buster B, no, we're not expanding the map that much. What? You can already see the bus station, and you what? And people just didn't like that idea because I said like, hey, like, so what if you don't want those new areas? And my excuse was just don't buy the doors. And I thought that made sense to me, right? But a lot of people really didn't like that. They said, hey, I can't control myself. So, okay, I'm being dramatic here, but okay, they they just didn't like that. They wanted either an option to disable those new areas, and that was like overwhelmingly like what people wanted. So I'm gonna do that. Like I didn't realize that was such a broad shared opinion. So there'll be a game mode that's gonna be called Classic Mode. One will just be called like Original or something, I don't know. And then there'll be a game mode called Classic, and that disables. What that does is it'll automatically disable the Patreon quests. It'll automatically disable the any sort of new side quests that we've added. It'll close those new doors, so those doors won't even be purchasable at all. You won't be able to upgrade the jet gun. Just like little things like that. It will literally just be. Get Hives to make this. LOL. What up, Figglebottom? I'm just gonna paste this in my DMs. Okay, that's good enough. So now I have to think like, where do I want this? So where do I want to build these elements? Because like the blurred background and this title, the things that don't really need to be interacted with are. I think I'm not gonna make the player list interacted with either. Meat would be goated, but touching. Hey yo. I do want to do the meat game mode eventually. I would. That's not a focus right now. That would be like the very last thing that I do. Like meat, turned, and grief would be like the last thing that I do. And if they don't get done at launch, then they'll just come out after the map. But it really just depends like where my progress is at whenever Zella is all the way done. So I think I'm gonna do this little frame right here. I have no idea what's open in Ape, so let me. Dude, I'm streaming, dog. I'm not checking your fucking anims. Get a grip, bro. Okay, nothing Nothing crazy is an ape. What is that? That looks like this one. Is there a second crack there? Am I stupid? Which one is that? Did I just see Gojo? Yes. Okay, it won't do it on that screen. Hold on. There. Black Ops 2 Zombies. Like, what image is that, is my question. Well, no, there's a couple though. Like this one has 2 holes. And this one's name, the name of this file is menu map frame, which makes sense. But then there's also this one, which is like the same thing. And there's also this one, which is way more cracked. I think it's this one. They're all the same. Yo, it's Saint Vertigo. I don't think it's this one, because if this one gets stretched... I think it's probably this one. Actually, it would make sense for me to make this one kind of not, this one be the shared one. Yeah, I like that. Just, yeah. Streaming for almost 2 hours already. So I'm going to try to get this roughly positioned close enough. I won't get it lined up or anything. I'll just get the text kind of going. And then I'll probably handle menu response for the start of the game. I'll probably make that one unique relative to the others, because the others are like host pregame options, and the player options need to be unique from that. I'm not gonna do this menu right now. I just don't want to do that. Do that. If that's possible, I'll do it, but what up, Comst? Looking beautiful. Appreciate it. Okay, game doesn't crash. That's nice. I shouldn't need anything in here. I shouldn't need the data sources. It'll be in here. I don't need clips for this. Real. There, see, originally I was planning on just adding a second hatch, and then I got a ton of feedback from people saying that like there should only be one hatch, or it should be like a secret quest to get the second hatch. And I'm leaning towards having a quest because I think it makes sense that there shouldn't just be two in the map, because it just make it way too easy, and it removes the the design choice of like forcing the player to choose between the two. I'll need to remove that. I don't need to, this does not need to be focusable. If preload func, if postload func. Oh, it's this one. Probably the square one. I mean, I thought so. But like, this square one looks exactly the same as this one right here. Like, that's the thing. I feel like this one just doesn't exist, and I made this. I'm pretty sure I made this. I don't know. Oh, well. Hatch spot in church, imagine. This is gonna look so stupid. I can't wait. This image is called... $2026? I doubt it. Are they actually all just the same? This one looks different. Yeah, these two are different, but I think I made this one because I needed it to be like longer. Oh wow, I'll just use this. This will look really stupid, so. I can't wait. It's funny though, because like this part, like this actual like frame is like really, really glossy on here. Like it's like silver on here is what it's like so weird. But on here it's like I don't know. Shit, actually, yeah, that makes me think that it's this one. Because this is like that same silver color for the border. But that doesn't match though. Because like the glass, the crack is right here. It's like almost in the middle. But on this one, the crack is all the way at the bottom. Dude, I'm tripping. Yeah, it's not the same one. The crack is like way too like prevalent on this one. And they're all the way at the top and the bottom. And on here, the cracks are like closer to the middle. But the border colors are different. Okay, guys, it worked. That's how we're playing TranZit in 2025 or 2026 now. What should I call this? I guess I don't know, just map or image. Just icon seems wrong. See you later, comps. Mappy map. See you later, Gator. Hmm. No, it's not possible, Nick B. Because the loading screen audio is played before the map's assets are actually loaded. So it's only that's why it's only possible to do it with a mod. What do you mean? Okay, so if you subbed to the tier for the side Easter egg and you want the outcome, you know what you want the reward to be, but you don't really want to know what the steps are. So you're saying that like you want me to come up with the steps for your quest? I mean, I'm not against doing that. It's just I would definitely want a little bit of guidance for like the kind of direction you want me to go with your like can it just be literally anything? Do you want, I mean, I would probably in that situation, I'd probably try to make it roughly similar. Like somewhat related to the actual reward, but that's it's definitely a new one for me. No, yeah, I mean that's I wouldn't be against that. I gotta rename all of the ranks, dude. They're just like 1 through 8. It's so stupid. All right, guys, let's see. Does does my map icon show up? Boy, I wonder what map we're playing. This should just be the loading screen. It's just this. I mean, it's a nice start. What up? All right. Let me see if I have any of the actual images ripped that I need for this. Let me look at this. Putting the turret on the bus. I'm working on the pregame menu. I'm trying to recreate this. I've got a good start. I'm currently doing this little box right here. I've already got it. I just I need to you'll see. I need to make the start game button actually start the game. So, where's my little scripty script? Actually, yeah, let me quickly check if I have the images loaded real quick. Or images ripped already. I thought I did. It's a loading screen. That's important. That's important. Menus. I'll look up globe. Because those will be important later. Found it. Good enough for me. Flying bus. Yeah, there'll be a Dyrus video relatively soon. Once I'm done with like the final update, as you want to call it. I'll probably turn it into a more like overarching, like, hey, I was gonna do like an update before Dyrus was actually released and being with all like the final things I'd finished up. But I'll probably just make it like this is Dyrus Remastered. So much to do, all these cool quests. Now it's TranZit time. I don't know, shit like that. I'll do that. I'll make it. That'll be your default. I'll move these to-dos later. Because I think when they're not inside of something, they actually work right. Yeah. I don't need the in-game option to be right here. I guess that would be called barracks is a better place to name it. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I've got a patch coming out here soon that's gonna rework the elevators. It's gonna make it really easy for mod makers to change the perks in the elevators. So that's gonna be really nice for mod compatibility. It'll also fix some just general bugs with the elevators. There'll be some other various bug fixes on the map, fixing some issues with some quests and some just features. And I'm also gonna fix the leapers not being able to get on the elevators. And then the next update is currently planned to be like a quest update with all the remaining quests. But we'll see. So we're gonna send menu response with that. See you later, Goldie. So we're gonna open the pregame menu no matter what. If we're the host, then we need to watch things. It's so beautiful. This one, monitor ready up. Monitor pregame options, monitor start game. Yeah, that is the idea. And once that flag gets set, then we're doing this. Do I ever actually close initial black? Let me actually do the fade into game thing, because where's that at? So after we close that menu, I'll just do that there. That's a really silly thing to do. I'm just going to put this in main. What? The areas? Probably town, because there's just so much more to it than the stuff we have done. And I'm excited for. I don't know. I'm most hyped for town because it's got the most going for it. So now all that happens is only things that happen to the player. Do I have that loaded in And diarize SFX. Um, yeah, nothing will completely get rid of lava damage, but there's a lot of people who have quests that are going to reduce it. So, I mean, I'm sure you could just keep stacking all of that and eventually just have no lava damage from just how many people have done that. Who knows? Yeah, some things might like reduce the damage you take. So that should... So after that finishes running, it's gonna set these flags and the game will officially start. Hopefully nothing's broken. Invisible floor over lava. What? What are you talking about? Like, how if plutonium is like safe? I mean, I play plutonium and I don't have any problems. I mean, it's the only thing that I can think of that wouldn't be safe is if you just go around on plutonium and join public servers, because the people in those servers could very well do malicious things. That's wild, Ochi. Yeah, plutonium's fine. Okay, well the pregame menu is off to a fantastic start. Um, the game can start, which is great, good enough for me. Host, monitor, start game, host, monitor, pregame options. Ooh. I'm just gonna comment that out so I don't waste resources. I do need to position it here. This is the pregame options I'm gonna ignore for now. Um, this one, I'm gonna do these two. Would this be like the map name or the game mode? Green Run TranZit. Time to go find out, I guess. An Easter egg for free EMPs. Nothing is currently planned, but that is definitely something that we would like to do. Just a matter of how should we go about doing that. Or if I don't know if anybody's done that for their quests yet. Honestly, I don't remember. Green Run TranZit. Green Run Bus Depot Survival. Town Grief. So they're all still Green Run. So, like, what would I call that? The Green Run part would just never change. Well, it would. Rose playing BO2. Work on your map already. Real. What? Hanford site? I'm not doing that. Oh, I should just... I'm fucking stupid, bro. I'll call this like the level name, and then this will be the map name. Yeah, I think that if you force players to use something in the box for the main Easter egg, then it should be able to be like gotten for free through like a quest or something. That's just my opinion, though. Let me actually change where this thing's located just to make my life a little bit easier. Left, right, I'll do that. Two. What up? Just want to get this little map name kind of sorted. I just want to get this. I think I just need to add these two, and then that's fine. And I'll probably call it for the old stream. Thank you for the letting us know. Yes, I guess you could say I'm in the team of making Chronicles 2. $64. Sure, that might work. That's on the right track. Nah, I haven't heard anything from Slan. So the X is 128-ish. Yeah. Not a problem, bro. Appreciate interacting with the community. I think it's the wrong size. I don't know, though. Hold on. What is M doing? I don't want to... What? Why is that doing that? I don't want that to do that. Where am I? Where are my settings at? I think I need to move that to be like... I don't know. 150. I don't know. Let's do like... This is way too big, but oh well. Okay, it's my last one for better test, better hit. How's ours only 8 gigs though? Because we're just not we know what we're doing most of the time. It's better. No, it's on the right track. I'd probably just have to get this image here lined up. I'll have to get it remade by Ronin. Interesting. Storage TranZit. Ideally, it's gonna be around the same as Die-Rise, but we'll see. Not sure. I've not decided yet. I know that I'm gonna move the turbine. I'm probably gonna make the turbine use the same slot as, like the equipment, on the right. Or actually, what I'll probably do is I'll probably make the turbine still be like the D-pad down, so that way the turbine and the shield will use the same slot. And then I'll have all of the other equipment use the right D-pad, which is what like the claymores use. Okay, that's a good like middle ground. I'm gonna hop off though, cause it's like almost 12 midnight. So it's been cool. We got a decent little bit done. Got this menu up and running. I'll probably, as always, I don't know when I'm gonna stream next. I never do. Cause most of my time is spent working on Die-Rise update, not TranZit. Jet gun will be changed. It's gonna be buffed. The normal jet gun is still going to break when you use it, but you're not going to have to pick up the parts and go rebuild it. You can just rebuild it in your hands and repair it. There'll be an upgrade quest, though, to make it not break. And it's going to be a weapon, not like a equipment. I'm going to try to get, by the next stream, I'm going to have this pregame menu all like correctly positioned. Hopefully this menu is just done by the next stream. I'd rather the next stream be me working on the map selection. No expected release date. Same as Die-Rise. So, I mean, we don't want to just like give out release dates it's just really just two of us making the map in our free time. I've had so many times with other projects where we've announced release dates and then the map's not done and then we have to delay it, and then it's like there's literally been maps where they get delayed multiple times, or then there's maps that like even Die-Rise, it released super buggy and unfinished because we only released because of like the pressure of so many people like demanding a release, and we're not dealing with that. But I mean, yeah, like we're working on in our as much as we can, in our free time. Join the Discord. We chat a little bit in there about it. But I mean, I get the best sort of appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody coming on out. The best kind of like estimation I can give here, this won't be like accurate, but just to like show how much we've had done so far, Zella started like mapping on this map in, I'll say like January or so. Like January, around then is when he started working on TranZit of 2025. And since then, he has done Bus Depot and the tunnel, and he's like maybe like 30% done with town, if I had to guess. And there's still a lot more to go. And it's been about a year now. The map is just absolutely huge, and there's a lot of like, it's a lot of work. But I mean, we're on the grind. What do you mean, like redoing the mechanics? It's gonna be like the Die-Rise map that we made. Like it's all the original content from TranZit is gonna be in the map. I don't know why I clicked be right back. I'm ending the stream. It's all the original content is going to be in um like our transit. Um, definitely check out like on my channel. There's like 2 videos now about this transit that we're making. So definitely watch those. I talk all about it. Yeah, OG but better, pretty much. We're going for like a true like remaster with a bunch of quality of life improvements, a lot more things to do, all while making it like total. If you want that classic experience, then you can still have that. You can still like, just turn off all of the stuff that we're changing and adding. Yeah, yeah, it's not going to be diarized. We're not dealing with. I mean, now we've gotten diarized released, so like since diarized is released, I think that like gives us a little bit of leeway. As like people we have like we've released that, so people can see like, hey, we have projects that we've started and finished and dropped, and now like so we have like a foundation of like trust with the community. We don't have to like prove ourselves or anything like that. So I mean, at this point, like we don't care what like people are, what kind of like shit we're gonna give for, like I said, it's literally just 2 of us who have lives and jobs and school and whatever else going on, who are doing this as a hobby. So whenever, as soon as it gets done, it's coming out. Like I don't want to sit on any projects. We have other things that we want to make, and we can't do that if this is still not done. So we're on the grind. Clinic of Evil, yeah. Well, we're not doing Blood of the Dead anymore, but yeah, Clinic, that's going to be really fun to work on. I can't wait for that. But yeah, I'm going to head out though. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Appreciate all the support as always. It's been real. I'm going to try to stream. I think I'm going to try to stream like once a month at least. That's like a good metric because I haven't streamed in like 2 months. Elevator, yeah. Um, Yeah, but I mean, we'll see. Is there any update on that buried map you guys are helping out on? No. Slayin is still just busy with school and life and whatever else he's got going on. He hasn't really posted any updates, so none that I know of. But yeah.